not be after me. Let's go. Watch out for the police. Busy day, busy day. A lot of truck traffic. Well, how's it going, JDM crew? John here from Jdm Expo, and welcome to the channel. We're wide. There's no such thing as too wide here. You might be confused by the dash, which, actually, I'm just kind of getting a feel for this suspension. So we are really low down, and I'm not even sure how the camera angle is showing it, but I can hear the LSD a little bit. It's actually pretty fresh, pretty recent addition. We've got about 110,000 kilometers on here. And believe it or not, this is a 180SX. Yeah, this is a custom dash. Got that nice suede going on there. Got a quad Defi gauges there, looking really good. And also, all of the console and cluster lights are blue LED. Can't really show it too well under these conditions, but hey, you know, it's definitely there. And so, yeah, just, I don't know if you guys can see the pillar speakers that we got here. This thing is really customized. It's a really great addition to our inventory. As you can hear that, yeah, we have a lot of HKS components on here. This thing is built up pretty reliably. Got Greddy intercooler, giving us a nicer, cooler air charge for a little bit more power. But believe it or not, for a 180SX, S13, all that good stuff, this hasn't been drifted. The previous owner took good care of it. No track, no drift, just normal road driving. The suspension, though, is definitely ready for it. We've got IKEA, was that the suspension arms? The upper and lower. We've got the KTS coilovers, which are a really fine addition. The ride's actually pretty comfortable. We've got work racing wheels with wrapped with Advans, and so like overall, like it's a very comfortable ride, even with being down so low with this high spring rate coilover suspension. Like, it's very comfortable. We've got a lot of interior stuff here. As you can tell, the dash was replaced, and I mentioned earlier. Rear seats are in surprisingly good condition, and the front seats are Sparcos, so very comfortable. Definitely, they're reclinable Sparcos, so that's the best part for some of you guys that might be concerned to that comfort level. And even with my medium husky build, you know, only being around 5'9", I fit okay here. I got a little bit of headroom there, enough that I could actually wear a helmet with this. And yeah, all of the components here, pretty nice, very comfortable. We got the OMP steering wheel. That's a little bit older, but definitely is comfortable. Very good aluminum build there, billet. So that aircraft aluminum that everyone loves so much. So we do have a lot of other little fix-ins here. This has got like all the details really taken care of. I mean, we do have mostly stock interior, or stock-ish. We've got decent carpets. We got suede on the door panels as well. And yeah, and even this cup holder here, which was upgraded too. Imagine that. Yeah, upgraded cup holders. Definitely, I'm a fan. Oh, that guy messed up on the turn there. Whoops. He got it now. Yeah. That's interesting. Feels like those crazy dash cam videos online. Love that sound though. Very clean HKS blow-off valve. Used to have one myself, so back in my Subaru days. So overall, very comfortable. Going through all the gears, no issues here. And actually, with there's some other chassis stiffening components, which was really awesome. Some really good details that I don't see very often, except on a little bit more built vehicles. A lot of your commonly upgraded ones don't have that. We've actually got S15 mirrors as well. So a lot of little things on this. Definitely like it. Yeah, I can definitely hear the gear whine of the, it's a Cusco LSD, by the way, 1.5 way. But it's very comfortable. Like, even with these upgrades, like, it doesn't feel out of control, not too rough. It's a very, very streetable vehicle, but definitely the performance is there. Not crazy on the tuning, but like definitely on the reliability. I mean, previous owner even threw on a new oil cooler on there just to make sure everything stays right. And yeah, the exhaust note is actually really good. See? Yeah, see, no droning. But yeah, a lot of suede details on here is what I really like. Because even the pillars have it, along with the speakers being on the pillars. So updated audio system, we got a Kenwood audio deck. So pretty much everything on here is built up a little bit or a lot, but it's also backed up with something else that just, it's definitely not something that you see every day. Well, we're almost to the warehouse here, so I'll give you guys the walk around. The exterior is going to be something a little surprising to you as well, but also the best part, even with this extra wide body kit, everything is just seamless and cleaned up real nice. So let's fast forward to that and I'll show you guys around. And in the engine bay, you're going to like this. Yeah, I'm definitely hearing the gear whine from the differential. It feels like the carbon disc one, but not as noisy, which is really cool. Yeah, and even while downshifting, it's actually pretty smooth. Cool. Yeah, again, a really excellent car that they brought us. Awesome. Yeah, those guys really know what they're doing. Barco handbrake cover, very comfortable. Well, here we are from the interior, and as you can see, the door panel there with the suede, and here we go here with this custom dash. Very cool. And the mileage here, as you can see, 112,000 now. And so I think I said 111 earlier, but it's 112. So, and these are original miles, so that's pretty good. As you can see, that really awesome gauge cluster there, and I'll replay those for you. Yeah, as you can see, LEDs there, and I guess you can kind of see a little bit with the brightness of daylight. You can't really see it too well, but you can kind of see the blue up in there. Cool. As you can see, the other lights will dim a little bit. Well, and also turbo timer. Gotta turn that off so it stops all that beeping. And semi-bucket seats in the front. I'm sitting in one, and there's the other one right here. And I'll show you a little bit of the back seat there. In really good shape, because typically in a lot of 180s they're taken out or really beat up. So there we go. Also this headliner, I'll step out in a second to show you guys, but the pillars here, look at that. And some speaker action there, very nice. So let me step out here for a second, and oh, before I do that, make sure to point out, you can even see the reflection of the Sparcos over there, but got turbo timer, shift knob, Sparco branded. This is actually like a suede also, very nice. And this custom cup holder here, updated a little bit, very nice. And OMP, oomph, there we go. And as I mentioned earlier, headliner's looking real fresh there. So I'll give you another view of this rear seat. The panels and everything, it's so fresh. I mean, I've seen a lot of stock and modified ones, and this is definitely a really clean example here. Upgraded in a lot of nice areas, like you can see here with the like I mentioned, the door panels. Just keeping it real fresh. So from the interior to the exterior, you guys got to get your posteriors in one of these. These are all right. So by the way, yes, this is actually Millennium Jade color code. So yeah, a little too excited. I'll show you guys around a little bit more. First I'll show you the trunk space, then I'll pop the hood, so we'll get in there and show you guys a little bit more what's going on. And one thing that you might already notice though with this is, yes, this is a wide body kit, but also look at the seams there. It's real flush, cleaned up, and also the molding has actually been updated from the previous owner, so very good. Look at that though. This exhaust just fits real flush. It's actually not toasting the area around it, so this is actually really set up nicely. As you can see, the hydraulics are in good shape. It's holding, no hands, all right. And as you can see, no rear strut bar, but the other suspension parts and part of the chassis is reinforced, just not across here. But it does have a spot for it. As you can see under here, do have the spare tire, which doesn't look used at all either, so that's pretty good. And we do have some photos of underneath there, so you guys can have a look on our website. There's some LEDs and everything here, so a lot of little updates here, very minute details that were definitely included in the care of the previous owner. He's definitely pretty meticulous when it comes to these things. I mean, just look at the flushness there. But all right, let's dive into the engine bay here. But yeah, just one more take at this. Wow. That Millennium Jade. Alright, and this is where it gets pretty interesting, because it's not super crazy tuned or anything. It's definitely better than stock, but it's not like insane. So we got HKS intake going to the turbo, HKS blow off valve, which you heard earlier. Love that sound. Down to the gritty intercooler, up and around to the intake plenum. Boom, more power, spin that turbine, out the big exhaust, very nice. Gritty radiator here. We also have a little voltage checker there too, very cool. We got an aluminum reservoir there, so they definitely kept an eye out on these details. Look at that Cusco strut bar. It is made in Japan. And also those numbers, for those of you guys wanting to know a little bit more about this S13. Yeah, good old S13, man. Great chassis. Other things that I did want to mention, from underneath, you guys saw that there's a better oil cooler, but also we have oil filter relocation kit right here. See the gritty lines, stainless mesh braiding, very cool. So a lot of the things for like style as well as good old function over fashion, just a lot of reinforcing all these things for performance. We do have HIDs, by the way, as you can see there and over here, and we got Impol brand horn, so tuned for those of you guys that like custom horn as well. So yeah, a lot of things, like I said, details. That's what I really like about this car. Pretty intense. And there we go. Let's have a little bit of an exterior walkthrough here. As you can see, very nice attention to the body kit here and keeping it real flush. Just look at that. And while it's riding, I mean, it's not rubbing, no scraping, very, very clean. Also on the other side, I gotta show you guys that. Photos up on the website, as I said. Real intense, look at that. And also the brake kit is upgraded, by the way, so we got the work racing wheels with Advans here, 265s, so wide but not too crazy. They are 18s, but look at that. As you can see, slotted rotors. Follow along here. Same in the rear. See that shine right there, slotted rotors. And I'm just gonna follow the lines again because it's real nice there. And the lighting's actually really good to really emphasize this Millennium Jade. Alright, and looking from underneath, you can see how wide this body kit really is and how low that suspension is. So from the side here, it definitely makes it apparent. And here you can see that IKEA formula suspension arms there. So the upper and lower arms and ball joints all replaced. And you can see that KTS coilover system that's all around. So really keeping that stability there, but also keeping that low ride height. And as you can see, it looks really good under here. We do have some braces as well for the chassis. So the rigidity on the chassis is just really good on the handling. Very firm. You can see here on the front, with the arms and ball joints there. And because of how low it is and wide, yeah, we definitely have all of these to support it, because the stock just doesn't go far enough. And here you can also see with that gritty intercooler up front, and this oil cooler, so this one's also pretty new. So a lot of these components have been replaced in the last few months. Looking really good there. And so you can see underneath the chassis, they definitely took good care of it. All around there. And just one final walk through here from the engine and the oil pan, as you can see there, going through the transmission. Down the drivetrain towards this Cusco 1.5 way LSD. So well done. Well, there you have it, folks. Another fine 180SX, which, I mean, seeing it in Millennium Jade's probably got you going, what? But yeah, definitely a previous owner is a gentleman that has also sold some other cars through us in the past, some really crazy builds of his. He's really got that attention to detail, and glad that he's actually let us have this one too. It's just really, really intense all around. What's great about it though is that it isn't beat up. For those of you guys worried about, you know, getting some track car or anything like this, this one was pretty much more or less OEM, and he did a lot of the mods himself and updated really nicely. Definitely bravo. Definitely really, really, really fun to drive. Very comfortable. So you've seen a lot of other 180s through us before, and some of them were just OEM. Feels okay, pretty normal. Some of them were really intense, like I think you guys might remember that Rocket Bunny one that ruptures your kidneys. Gotta be careful with that, driving it real intense. But yeah, this one's got the inspection also, by the way, for those of you guys worried about that. If you're here in Japan, that's good for the next 2 years, and I believe till January of that would be Reiwa 5, which is 2023, so that's definitely good to go. And but if you're anywhere else in the world, this is definitely available for export to most countries. Definitely check with local regulations. If you have any questions about this or any of the vehicles, make sure to hit up our sales team info at jdm-expo.com. You can also DM us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube, but usually the other ways they'll get back to you a lot faster and within about 24 hours or so. And if you have any questions about the process, and check with some local regulations, but definitely we can check with our partners in your country if we have some partners in your country. So definitely, you guys are gonna like this. Check out that Millennium Jade. I mean, it's just really wasn't expecting that on my list of cars to see, but really, it's a good time. As always, guys, thanks for stopping by. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and as we get through this year and things get back to normal, gotta hit the road, get yourself in a JDM vehicle, and enjoy life, right? As always, guys, I'll see you next time. Take care.